Welcome to the Incompetent Griller, where I'm going to teach you, an incompetent griller, how to look like you know what you're doing when grilling in front of your family and friends. Today we'll be making Bratwurst burnt ends on a Weber kettle grill. To get started, light some charcoal in your chimney, then head inside. Season each brat with sweet preacher, or another seasoning of your choosing. With these brats, I continue my exploration of finding out how many items can be turned into burnt ends. I realize these aren't actual burnt ends, and that some of you will type negative comments stating that same fact, which makes me sad, as I don't like letting you down.
We've disappointed him.
No one would want to be us right now, and since we are us, it's very difficult.
At some point, I should really make actual burnt ends, but there are so many of those videos on the internet already that I'm probably going to keep having fun exploring more unique options. So there may be a day I make real burnt ends.
But it is not this day!
Today, we smoke Bratwurst burnt ends. Once your coals are ready, pour them out on one side of your grill, add a piece of smoking wood, then put your grill grate in place. I'm using mesquite because I ran out of apple wood and felt too lazy to drive to the store. You can ignore the drip pan, that's from smoking my breakfast sausage burnt ends earlier, but you can still use one if you want to. Also, we want a lower smoking temperature on these, so shift the bottom vent to halfway open. Once everything is settled, place your brats on the indirect heat side. While you're moving them from the pan to the grill, be sure to pick up any extra seasoning that didn't adhere earlier. Finally, put the lid on and leave it in place for 10 minutes. As Alexander Graham Bell stated in the first phone call ever made, if you're looking, you're not cooking. Once 10 minutes have passed, go ahead and spin the grate to get some charring on the underside of the brats. After a couple of minutes, move each one over to the new indirect heat side. After that, put the lid back in place for another 10 minutes. While you're waiting, why not spend some time snuggling up with that special someone in your life?
If any of this is frightening, just hold on to me.
They're dancing raisinets.
And you don't find that frightening?
After the brats are done cooking, and you've charred the second side, bring them inside to let them cool off a bit. If you don't, then the hot juices will likely spray out as you cut into them, scalding your skin as soon as you pop the casing. So please, just let them cool off a bit. Once you can handle the brats safely, proceed with cutting them into bite-sized pieces. Place the sliced brats in a pan, then add a few slices of butter, because butter makes everything taste better.
The day there's a meteorite heading toward the Earth and we have 30 days to live, I am going to spend it eating butter. Here's my final word on the subject. You can never have too much butter.
Next, we'll add honey, but if you don't have honey, sprinkle on some brown sugar. Finally, pour on some barbecue sauce. I'll be using Sweet Baby Ray's Sweet Golden Mustard Barbecue Sauce, because brats are supposed to be eaten with mustard, so this variation feels more right. Besides, if I used anything other than mustard, people would accuse me of being sacrilegious.
That's for blasphemy.
Place your pan of Bratwurst burnt ends back on the indirect heat side of the grill and smoke them for another 20 to 30 minutes with the lid on, only lifting the lid to stir the mixture every 10 minutes. These look fantastic. They're saucy, sweet, and savory, and I'm proud of what we made here today. So anyone who wants to be a negative Nelly in the comment section just needs to chill out.
You're so critical. No wonder I'm afraid to be alone with you. I'm afraid I'll say the wrong thing, like, you're so critical. No wonder I'm afraid to be alone with you.
I'm going to stop this video now so I can dive into the pan. Let me know of your own successes down in the comments after trying this method yourselves. Have a great day.